Bite-Size Thursday here at all Slate Studios, or like we like to call it, it's Avatar Day.
But not this episode.
But not this episode. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We just made it into the final 3 episodes of Book 1. Talking about your episode today, we got Jake, we got Jared, and Dickey right here. We are very excited because, like I said, we finally made it to the Northern Water Tribe.
The North Pole.
The North. Are they gonna see Santa?
I hope so. And Bernard.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope they see Santa and Bernard.
You know, they brought Bernard back in that show.
Hey, sport.
Oh god, did they really?
They did. He's super old now. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I love that. But we're not talking about the Santa Claus. We're talking about Avatar. I'm so excited. So this, before we watch it, I'm trying to remember. This is mostly Katara's episode, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the first, like, Katara super-centric episode.
Yeah, she fights the old guy. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Because, like, we've had other Katara-centric episodes. It's, like, the fortune teller and...
Jet.
I guess.
It kind of was Katara-centric.
But, yeah. So I think this is the first real one where we get, like, actual character development.
I'm excited. And we can finally get to see Yue?
I thought he was going to say Yugi for a second.
Oh.
No, definitely not.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, we get to see Yue. We get to see the girlfriend that turns into a moon.
We get to see the moon.
We get to see the moon.
She is the moon.
She is the moon.
My last girlfriend kind of turned into the moon.
That's rough,
buddy. Oh, so many good things. So you guys ready to watch this episode?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeet.
Let's
take a bite.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we just watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode
18. What's it called?
20.
Is this just called the Northern Water
The
Tribe?
Waterbending Master.
The Waterbending Master.
And that's Master Poophead, according to Aang.
Yes.
Why is he not laying on it? Like, the rest of them are, like, laying on their packs and everything, but he's not laying on anything.
He's laying on air. Believe it or not.
That was good. And
Painful.
you yell at me for my jokes.
He's taking a pay. It must be because he ate some of your food. Like, he's taking on your visage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
But Paku,
No,
which I always get confused with the Spirited Away dragon, because that's Haku, isn't it?
Haku, yeah. I also keep wanting to say M'Baku, but that's Black Panther.
That's a different.
That's a Paku, M'Baku. It's close. It's kind of similar, but he's great, and
he's funny. He kind of reminds me of a Peter Capaldi doctor a little bit. He's just cranky old guy.
Doesn't paku in Japanese mean to flap one's mouth open and closed?
I'm not the person to ask about
Japanese.
I'm the only one that remembers that line of that movie. My bad.
Probably trust your translations.
What did you even reference?
Over ours.
Scott Pilgrim.
Man, I don't remember so much of that movie.
You don't remember?
I don't.
Well, luckily for us, Jake remembers. And he
Remember, because it was originally called Puckman, but they were afraid that they were going to scratch it out.
I forgot that part of that part. I remember the other part of that part, but I missed that part of that part. But that's a good part.
What part?
Have you seen the movie even?
Yes, I have. That is true. Also, I love that we said before we watch it. This is a Katara-centric episode. We get her some action with her. We get some great of her just dissing the old guy.
We don't talk about Mae Whitman enough on this show.
Honestly.
She is fantastic. In Scott Pilgrim as well.
Yep.
And in Arrested Development, she's the
right.
she
plays the
she's the
Don't look at me.
The stepsister, I think.
Yeah. Well, no,
the cousin that he falls in love with. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Scott Pilgrim, she's the lesbian lover of Ramona. Yes,
Wait,
Michael Cera falls in love with his cousin. It's weird.
You talk about her name's like Maybe, right?
Yeah.
That's not May. Wait, Mae Whitman.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I gotta look it up now. Dickey's talked about something.
I was interesting. I don't know who was supposed to voice her, but anyway, regardless, whoever voiced her did a great job.
Oh, you're right. I thought that was Mae Whitman.
Jake was wrong.
She might be a different character.
Jake was wrong.
I mean, does that really surprise anyone?
Not even remotely.
I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. Her first name is Aaliyah.
Aaliyah?
A-L-I-A, Aaliyah, yes.
Okay.
I thought Mae Whitman was in Arrested Development. Now I'm gonna have
I've seen the first 5 episodes, I think. That's it.
It's such a good show.
But
Avatar,
yeah. Yes, I remember this episode. How to say this? Half of the episode, but I didn't remember the Zuko half at all. I remember that happened, but I forgot it was this episode, and I forgot that the pirates came back. And I don't know what it is. I remember Zuko got, the scars from the ship blown up. I knew the ship is gone. Zuko doesn't have his crew. Iroh's part of the invasion. But when the pirates show up again, I go, oh, that's right. And then when it blows up and everything, that's what happens to the ship. Okay, this is kind of that start of the book 2 Zuko, because he's not really tied to the Fire Nation anymore. Like he kind of is during book 1. He kind of is, even though he is banished, but they've kind of stripped everything Fire Nation about him.
Yes, you're right.
Away, outside of
this last
name
scene.
and title.
This last scene is just like, all right, we're officially have to go against Admiral. And I love their plan they came up with. They're pretending to get him blown up, sneaking around.
I don't think they pretended for him to get blown up. He did get blown up, but they're pretending he's dead.
Well,
No, he blew up. He got blown right off the top deck there, or whatever.
True,
it's called.
but
the war room.
I don't think he would have
control room.
Iroh didn't, tell him about like, oh, take a walk with me, or you want to stay back and.
But he didn't go out because of Iroh. He heard something.
Yeah, but
he literally blew up.
I'm guessing
escaped death, and so now
I'm guessing he was on high alert because of what Iroh said.
He was on high alert because he heard something and he knew his uncle was out. That's really it.
Now
Jake,
he knew his uncle was out, so there it goes back to helping.
So it's not him listening to Iroh. It's more of just, what is that sound? And then he blows up. But he lived, and now the plan is to be undercover.
Yes.
It's not like some elaborate plan to start. It's
I don't know why.
Let's use this fake death to our advantage.
It was more of an elaborate plan when I first watched it, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I like to think it is. I like to think Iroh's like 20 steps ahead of everybody.
He is. But we're also dumb. It just has to be a simple plan.
That is true.
That was the last
it's
music
just not
night.
Perfect.
That was the last music night they had on the ship. Remember, the last time the pirates were there, he's like, but now we have a thing for music night.
Yeah, that's right.
Update. She is on Arrested Development. She's on one episode, and I must have seen her on that episode and said, hey, that's Mae Whitman, and stuck in my head for, let's see, 18 years. 18 years.
Too late.
I'm just curious. Who did she actually play in Arrested Development?
Performer.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Jake, you were talking about it too. Paku flips the switch really quickly. Explain to them what happens, though.
Sorry about that. So it's really dumb. So Katara goes into the healing hut, and right away, one of the friends of her grand notices. Actually, I don't know if it was a friend.
Yeah,
I wasn't paying that close attention. It was a friend. She didn't look that old, is what I'm getting at. She notices the betrothal necklace, which, by the way, this is why this makes this more important than Jet. Much more important than Jet.
Oh my god! The necklace comes back.
The necklace came back a couple of episodes ago, but the betrothal necklace was for her grandmother, who ran away from the Northern Water Tribe. When Katara goes through this fight with Paku, it gets knocked off, which, by the way, is weird that he wouldn't notice that, because it's not like she's fighting him in the big coat. She's just fighting him in her normal clothes, and it's very visible in her normal clothes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it gets knocked off, and he notices it, and like all of the misogyny that he's been doing the whole show just goes away.
Just poof.
Same with like women are not allowed to waterbend according to my tribe's culture, but it's okay because your grandmother and me were,
a thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
As I say, you go ahead.
That necklace is the reason that Katara and Aang got properly taught waterbending. More important than Jet.
I was just gonna say, because we were like, wow, this episode feels really quick. Like it's go, and it's because the 2-part finale's next, and I think the necklace thing works with a little more time. It works fine.
I think they just needed to have an interaction where it said, I'm not going to let the customs of this tribe. And that's
stupid customs. Remember,
I hate that line. It is not.
He's just a kid.
I understand
Life
that, but
it's
just like a twist that doesn't need to. It's like a twist of the knife that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah,
like he already
sounds like something that I'd say, and I love it.
He already knows that she thinks the customs are stupid.
But it's nice to hear it.
She
I know you don't like it.
Anyway, it would have been resolved with a simple interaction of, I'm not going to let the customs that drove away the love of my wife drive away someone that's important to her, or something like that, or to further divide our tribes, or whatever.
I think that's kind of what I got from it. It just didn't need to see him.
I would have rather heard him say that because it's very, very quick.
Yeah, there's not a ton of sitting around in this episode, which I feel like we spent so much time getting here. It would have been nice to sit around a little more, but it moves so fast because when you're a kid, it feels longer. This flies by.
Well, especially because it's a brand new. And
you know why it feels? It feels longer when you're a kid because you're watching it on TV and there's ads.
That, and also I think that when you get to like a new location, a new area, it's just you're more interested, you're more just encapsulated by it, and so that's why it makes it go by a little bit faster. I've at least noticed that for some of the other episodes, at least. It would
just been nice to take it in a little more because we just spent 17 other episodes trying to get here, basically, and it's like we get here, and we see it for a bit, and then it's straight into the conflict, and then we're cutting back forth the Zuko stuff, which is Zuko stuff is also good, but it's just so much is packed into this.
I have a question on the Zuko stuff, which you might have covered. I was looking for Mae Whitman in Arrested Development, but if Iroh's a firebender, why didn't he just firebend his way to Zuko?
So I wonder if this is where Iroh's plan immediately came in.
No. At that point, he thought Zuko was dead. They did not plan this.
I don't know.
We
Maybe
don't.
He saw
we
the
don't.
Fire and he's just like, what if Zuko survived? And then we can plan and then scheme to get him all by himself to over there. I think that could have crossed his mind.
Again, what if we had more time and instead of
I don't think it
twist,
became a plan until Zuko revealed himself whenever he did
alive,
to Iroh.
Yes. But we don't see it. That's why I feel like.
But that's the kind of thing where it's not a quick turn. They're not gonna leave Zuko just dead like that unceremoniously. So you don't need the explanation of how that plan worked, like you do with Paco turning.
Well, I'm not saying you need the explanation. I'm just saying without it, it can leave you to imagine some cool ways they could have.
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing. I don't think this is an elaborate plan. I think it's literally he finds that he's alive and he sneaks him onto Zhao's ship in disguise, and the plan is when we get to the North Pole, just get off. I don't think this is elaborate.
Because I don't think Iroh would have let that happen to his nephew. My brain was trying to say son. I realized that's incorrect.
It's pretty much his dad. But, yeah.
It's not an elaborate plan, Dickey.
Anyway, we have the next 2 episodes in the Northern Water Tribe, so.
Yeah. But again, we'll see if we do spend more time. I just feel like for the introductory episode to seeing it,
we
move really fast.
Look at how this was aired. Was it all aired together as like a 2-hour finale sort of thing?
Oh, as in like the last 3 episodes?
Yeah. Like a little movie Siege of the North thing.
Let's see.
No, we had like 3 weeks.
Really?
So it was November 18, 2005 is this episode. The Siege of the North was aired together, of course, on December 2nd. Huh. So that's a good, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So they had a week off and then had the finale. So again, it's like we finally get here and it's just going through it really fast. But again, maybe we have more downtime.
But then we are seated in that one area of the North for a long time in the next couple episodes, whether it's in the cave with Zuko or in the sanctuary, I guess, the Oasis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, that's next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Speaking of next week, is there anything else you want to mention about this episode?
All I'll say is, if this was split in two, not like a part 1, part 2, but if this story was a little more stretched out, I think it's better. It's good. Mm-hmm. I think it's better with more time because you have two very important storylines that get kind of chopped up a little bit.
You do mention that. I wanted to mention, made me think of one more thing. Is you know who did like 4 episode arcs really well? The Clone Wars.
Yes, I did.
and
Rebels.
Rebels.
Basically every Star Wars animated television show.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny how there's one person that's worked on all of those things, and I'm pretty sure he worked.
D. Bradley Baker. I mean, he did.
He did. That is true.
I would snap my finger and point at you, but the cut on my finger hurts.
I'm pretty sure didn't Filoni do the last
well.
2 episodes?
I don't think I saw Filoni's name on that.
No, not this one. I'm just saying the last
he directed
2.
part 2 of the Siege of the North.
He directed part 2. Okay.
You know what? Also, the Siege of the North always reminds me of
What's that?
the movie.
Why?
Because it's horrible. It's good. It's the 2 spectrums: good and horrible.
And that movie is just all horrible.
Because instead of being a big fish thing, just a big wave.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot about that part. Maybe I should rewatch it.
I would not recommend.
No? Well, and you know what you can rewatch? You can rewatch old episodes, and you can also rewatch old promos we have on all our social media accounts. So if you want to follow those in the meantime, Jared, where can they find us?
Wow, how is that still around?
Seriously, that's
That's familiar. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the funny TikTok. And you can listen to us on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and hey, like, subscribe, ring our bell, comment on YouTube, rate and comment on all those other things. And we got a groovy website. Check us out as we wrap up book 1 of our huge Avatar watch through.
Heck yes. So tune in next week. Watch the finale. Watch the 2-parter. We're gonna also break that into 2 parts ourselves. So next week we're gonna do part 1 and the week after part 2. So yes, stay tuned. So we're gonna finish up this book. And keep on chugging because we got 2 more books to go through, baby.
You say this is the first book you've finished in a while.
But duh.
That's not how it goes.
That wasn't sad, but I didn't know how to make this sound.
It's
sad.
more like wah 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 wah.
That's a little bit better. Anyway, thank you for listening to today's episode. Whenever you want to hear us talk about some Avatar content or whatever day of the week you want us to do,
take a bite.